The Earth was a land of giants. Why prehistoric animals had the tendency to grow to humongous proportions, I don't exactly know. I think it's something scientific. But these giants died down long ago. However, there are still giants roaming the planet today, most of which are commonly known and some quite bizarre. Others are known, and still bizarre, like the number 1 entry, so you should stay tuned for that one. Here are 10 giant creatures caught on camera. With all that said and done, let's begin, shall we? Number 10. The Strange Blob of Acapulco. In this modern day and age, people still believe that giant unidentified monsters still roam various bodies of water worldwide. In fact, it seems that advances in marine exploration technology have reinvigorated the search for these legendary creatures. That and the fact that stuff like these get washed up on the beaches worldwide. Back in March of 2016, a 13-foot unidentified blob from the sea washed up on a beach in Acapulco, Mexico. Some scientists believe the creature to be a whale and others a squid. And of course, people on the internet think it's a terrifying monster. Whatever it is, the creature appears to have died shortly before beachgoers discovered it. Though it was not fully decomposed, it was well on its way. Number 9. A giant anaconda. If there's at least one thing that you don't want to see while working at a construction site is a giant anaconda, and that's exactly what these construction workers came across while doing some construction work in the Cave of Altamira in the northern state of Para, Brazil. They discovered the giant snake immediately after setting off a controlled explosion. At 33 feet long and weighing 63 stone, or 462 pounds, it is one of the largest anacondas ever seen, dead or alive. After making the frightening discovery, the workers chained the animal to a crane and later lifted it up to reveal its yellow-spotted underbelly, a move which was criticized in the comments when the clip was uploaded to the YouTubes. People say the builders killed the snake rather than leave it in its natural habitat, but this has not been confirmed. Others believe the animal may have died in the explosion, possibly being hit by falling debris as its head appeared flat in the video footage. Number 8. The Jacksonville Dinosaur. Not many dinosaur sightings have been reported in the past few years. Highly understandable because, well, if you didn't already know, these giant reptiles have been extinct for millions of years. But despite that fact, there is still a very large number of people that believe in the possibility that some of these creatures somehow managed to survive to this very day, existing in secret in some far-flung unexplored jungle or at the bottom of a particularly deep and murky lake, are standing in plain sight in downtown Jacksonville, Florida. The video looks like it's that of a reporter covering some story in downtown Jacksonville. Some sound must have startled them because they suddenly panned the camera to look over the fence into what looks like a construction site when they saw the large reptile. The camera was so shaky that we can't really see if the thing was moving. So, did they really capture a giant dinosaur in Jacksonville? Or was this video uploaded at around the same time as the construction of a dinosaur attraction in the Jacksonville Zoo and was done to promote the thing? Probably the latter. Number 7. A cassowary. When big birds are the topic of a conversation, ostriches and a certain giant yellow bird from Sesame Street come to mind. The subject of this entry on our list doesn't get much love, which is quite unfair really, because they're pretty fascinating creatures. They being cassowaries, a large flightless bird much like the ostrich. Scientists say that they are direct descendants of the dreaded velociraptors, and their ferocious reputation shows this relation. You see, they are far from being mild-mannered. In this video, you can see one of these giant birds attacking a zookeeper who's trying to desperately defend himself with a rake. I don't know what's more terrifying, the fact that those legs end in sharp claws, or the noise that it makes when it lunges forward. Despite their ferocious reputation, some people do keep them as pets, and as expected, there are reports of one of these birds fatally attacking its owner. One such event happened in Florida, of course, when a man was attacked by his pet cassowary when he accidentally fell to the ground while in the enclosure. After the attack, he was surprisingly still able to dial 911, but still succumbed to blood loss, sadly. Number 6. Giant desert jellyfish. Two words that you don't usually see being used together are desert and jellyfish. Because, well, desert jellyfish. But there you go. I've already used the pair twice and it doesn't get any less weird, especially for me. But even more especially when using the context of this next entry on our list. First uploaded to the Video News Viral YouTube channel back in 2014, this video reportedly shows a US Army Air Force jet destroying a giant alien monster in the desert. No, I'm not losing my mind, the description actually said US Army Air Force. Anyway, whichever part of the US Armed Forces was involved in this, the video actually shows a fighter jet attacking something that I can only describe as a giant jellyfish in the desert. Is this actual footage of soldiers and giant alien creatures engaging in battle, or is this a weird sequel to Starship Troopers that was so bad it didn't see a theatrical release? I don't know, but I certainly hope it's not the latter because the last two Starship Troopers were terrible. Number 5. The Lion's Mane Jellyfish. The Lion's Mane Jellyfish is the world's largest jellyfish. Their bells can be over 8 feet across, and these jelly have a mass of thin tentacles that resemble a lion's mane, which is where their name originates. Reports of tentacle size in lion's mane jellyfish vary from 30 feet to 120 feet. Either way, their tentacles extend a long way, and one should give them a very wide berth. This jellyfish also has a ton of tentacles. It has 8 groups of them, with 70 to 150 tentacles in each group. These giant jellies are not only large, but also very dangerous. These guys sting, and they sting hard. Not enough to be fatal though, but a sting for one of these creatures is excruciatingly painful, which is probably the reason why there aren't a lot of footage of this creature floating around. Sighted at the end of June 2018, this footage of this beast of a jellyfish was shot when it was spotted in water as shallow as 2 meters at Malin Pier in Ireland. That year, there was an unusually large number of sightings of these creatures in Ireland. Fortunately, only a few stinging encounters were reported. Number 4. The Giant Pacific Octopus. We've featured the giant squid and the colossal squid many times in this channel. They're kind of celebrities in this one. I actually had to consciously prevent myself from including them again on this list because of reasons. Anyway, there are other giant invertebrates in the world's oceans, and this is one of them. The giant Pacific octopus grows bigger and lives longer than any other octopus species. The size record is held by a specimen that was 30 feet across and weighed more than 600 pounds. Averages are more like 16 feet and 110 pounds. And although the giant squid and the colossal squid are said to be the inspiration for stories of sea monsters that attacked ancient ships, early artist depictions usually feature an animal that more closely resembles the giant octopus. Giant Pacific octopuses have huge, bulbous heads and are generally reddish-brown in color. Like the other members of the octopus family, though, they use special pigment cells in their skins to change colors and textures, and can blend in with even the most intricately patterned corals, plants, and rocks. In this video, you'll see one particularly large specimen swimming about inland waters of Washington State. Number 3. The Giant Oarfish. Speaking of real creatures being mistaken for as sea monsters, we have the giant oarfish. Just by looking at one, you'll definitely understand the reason why, because they are absolutely massive fish. These guys have been known to reach lengths of up to 110 feet long. Honestly, with guys like these, it's no wonder that ancient mariners who saw them told tales of sea serpents. Oarfish are typically found at depths of about 656 feet, but can lurk as deep as about 30,280 feet, according to the Florida Museum of Natural History. While biologists don't know why the giant fish comes ashore, they suspect either they are washed towards beaches by storms, or they come to the surface when they're injured or dying. That's why this footage is kind of surprising. It shows a giant oarfish in shallow waters near the shore, but instead of looking sickly or dying, it looks quite energetic. In Japan, this species is traditionally known as a Ryugu no Sukai, or as a Jinjahim, and is believed to be the servant or messenger of the Dragon King, ruler of the sea. And I kinda want to list about that one actually. It is also believed that when an oarfish appears in shallow water, it is a warning that an earthquake or a tsunami is coming soon. Now it's time for the day's best pick. And today we're going to take a look at a photo of a monstrous giant creature that looks more at home in a Godzilla movie than in real life. Which actually begs the question, is it real? Well, find out next with number 2. The Kaiju. Before proceeding, I'd like to get this out of the way. I can't find any reference to this photo anywhere online. It might have been posted online some time ago and taken down by some secretly funded government agency tasked to police and monitor alien life currently living on Earth whose agents are weirdly named after letters of the alphabet, but who knows, who can say? Don't come after me. In any case, the giant creature depicted in the photo looks a lot like a kaiju, a giant monster in Japanese culture that can usually be seen fighting against robots or Godzilla or Gamera, or maybe even actually wait, King Kong is American, I think. It works either way. This photo was sent in by a subscriber, and although I'm pretty sure that it isn't a real animal, I felt compelled to look a little deeper into it. As we have established earlier, I found nothing. But then again, I found something very similar. That something is a YouTube channel called Hollywood Scotty, who is apparently really good at special effects. He is particularly good at making short videos of giant monsters and alien tripods appearing in various landscapes and cityscapes. The similarities between today's photo and his videos are quite uncanny, which made me think it's probably him that first uploaded it. But one thing we can do to make sure once and for all is to get in touch with the guy, which I may or may not do. I may have the PR department do that. I'm far too busy doing nothing and playing Pokemon all day anyway. Before we move on, I've got a little challenge for you that'll take 5 seconds to complete. So here's the deal. You just leave a like on this video, smash that subscribe button and hit the notification bell, and you will get 25 years of amazing luck. Try it really works. Number 1. Giant Oceanic Manta Ray. The giant manta ray is the largest ray and one of the largest fishes in the world. Reaching widths of up to 29 feet, the manta rays are much larger than any other ray species. Despite their large size, giant mantas are similar to the largest fishes and the largest marine mammals in that they eat tiny plankton. They constantly swim along with their large mouths open, filtering plankton and other small food from the water. To aid in this strategy, giant mantas have specialized flaps, known as cephalic lobes, which help direct more water and food into their mouths. Giant manta rays are found worldwide in tropical, subtropical, and temperate waters and are commonly seen offshore, as well as in oceanic waters and near productive coastlines. They also migrate periodically between warm and cold waters, which is actually the best time to catch them on camera. This video was taken by divers off the coast of Mexico. If you ever wondered how it feels like to fly beside a small airplane, swimming beside one of these guys should give you a pretty good idea. Do you have any stories of encountering huge animals? Let us know in the comment section down below. Want to watch more videos about gigantic animals? Click on any of the videos you see on your screen. As always, thank you all for watching, and I'll see you all next time. Later, everybody.